Hey guys, it's Hodgepodge here, and it is officially National Geographic Shark Week, so I thought that today we'd do a very special review and do the Safari Limited Prehistoric Sharks tube. And it's a bunch of 10 little models that come in this plastic tube. We've already taken them out, and they come from all sorts of different time periods. They range from the Devonian all the way to, I believe, the Miocene. And I'm going to do this in this particular order. I'm going to do the technically not sharks first, and then we'll move on to the true sharks. So first up we have Stephacanthus, with the nickname the ironing board shark, as you can tell from this crazy looking dorsal fin. And this lived in the late Devonian all the way to the Carboniferous. And this is technically not a true shark, this is a type of ratfish, which are closely related to chimeras, which are close relatives of sharks and rays that kind of look like a mix of both. And if we look here, these models are very small, by the way. You can see you've got all the correct pectoral fins, dorsal fin, pelvic fins I believe these are called, and that's the anal fin. Now I'm going to see if I can get my camera to focus on the shark in particular. That's a bit better. Now you can see here on the face there's a few paint mishaps, like there, but overall I think this is a really nice representation. It's got the cream underbelly and the brown, very dark brown on the top, and then actually a slightly lighter brown on the sides, and you can see the gills here, the eye. Paint's a bit messy around the teeth, but overall it's a really nice model of a prehistoric shark. One of my favourites actually. Now we're going to get on to the Eugenodontids, which are also an extinct relative group, an extinct group very closely related to sharks, but themselves aren't true sharks. This is Adestus, which has this crazy looking set of teeth, and this guy lived from the Devonian to the Carboniferous as well, and these guys can actually get pretty big if I remember. Stephacanthus was quite small, but this guy could reach up to 6 meters in length, and you can see he's got this very distinct ridge going down the side. And Eugenodontids, I've noticed, don't have any pelvic fins or anal fins. They just have the pectorals and then the dorsal fin, and then from there on it just goes straight to the tail. It's got this very nice light-ish blue colour. The eye is just black dot. Inside the mouth hasn't been painted red, unfortunately, but at this scale it's not that bad. A few paint mishaps around the teeth where the white's bled into the blue. I think it does look nice from this side, and again the white underbelly. I think this is a really nice model as well. There's a few sculpting problems here, but overall I think it's still a really nice one. Now here's a more famous one. This is Helicoprion, or Helicoprion, the wall-tooth shark, which again, Eugeniodontid, no pelvic fins. It's in this very nice white colour. Probably not accurate, but I think it looks nice on the figure. This guy lived during the early Permian period, and it's believed that these really weird-looking spiral-shaped tooth mechanisms were used to crush the shells of ammonites and belemnites. I think it's really interesting to see evolution work that way, where these are designed specifically for that type of prey. Now I believe this is inaccurate now because I don't think its nose was actually this long anymore. It's more like that, but I still think it's a really, really nicely done figure. Very interesting colour scheme. You could say it's kind of boring, but it looks better in person than it does on the camera. Next up we have possibly my favourite of the lot. This is Sarcoprion, or Sarcoprion, and it was in the same family as Helicoprion, as you can probably tell. It's got a ball tooth. This guy lived in the late Permian though, and he's got this really nice dark brown colour on top and then this beige underneath, and his tooth wall is actually very different to Helicoprion. You see, oops, he's got these different types of teeth on the top, and then the tooth wall juts out much further. I think it was designed for the same purpose. I think this is probably, in terms of the paint job, this might be the best one I got in this tube. There's basically none no issues on it at all. It's just spot on all over. Really like the colour scheme on this one. And I'm not sure what exactly this guy fed on, but I imagine it was very similar to Helicoprion. Now we're on to the true sharks. Here is, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Cladocelici. Very early type of shark in the Devonian, really smooth figure. This one feels very nice to the touch. You can see he's got quite a lot of fins, like he's got this second dorsal fin here, and two more at the back. Very, very wide tail. Anal fin, pectoral fins, no pelvic fins, no teeth on this model, but they've got the mouth closed. Top is like this bluish grey, and the underside is this very nice dark green. Yeah, this guy was also very small, nicely defined gills there. While it's not the most exciting to look at, it's such a nice representation of this animal, and I think it's really well done. Next we have the eel sharks. This is Xenacanthus or Xenacanthus, who was also pretty small and lived in from the, I believe, the Devonian all the way to the end of the Triassic, which was a heck of a lot of time. And you can see he's got this odd protrusion here, which I believe might have been poisonous to deter other predators. Long sail going across the back, 8 fins along the sides, green colour on top, brown, light brown underneath, and it connects with the anal fin to the tail. Probably the longest one in the set, even though it's one of the smallest ones. A little paint mishap there on the tail, but overall really nice one. Then here's another eel-like shark, Orthocanthus, which interestingly is smaller in figure form than the Xenacanthus, but is actually way bigger. This guy was 3 meters long. They're from the Carboniferous to the Permian, I believe. And yeah, you can see he's also got this one little protrusion out of his head, and then this sail going on the back, and then this flappy tail. Then 8 fins along the side, very dark grey on top and light grey underneath. You can see the teeth here, 2 black pupils there. Really nice, very nice one. And here we have some of the more recognisable sharks. This is Hybodus. You might recognise this guy from Walking with Dinosaurs and Sea Monsters. Very distinct looking shark. You can see it's got the horns on its head, this little division here on the dorsal fin, and another one here. Not the biggest shark, but really good, really well made. Dark grey on the top and pretty much white on the bottom, counter shading, which you see in a lot of modern sea animals. Very well done. And here we have Scopanorhynchus, and lived from the early Cretaceous to, I believe, the Miocene, which is quite a long time. This one has the most unusual colour scheme. Hot pink, and then light pink, and then white. I think out of all the ones, this one's probably the one I got a lot. The paint on this side, this eye does not look very good in person, and there's a lot of paint mishaps along the body which aren't really showing up on camera, but in person it doesn't look as nice. But I think I just got a bad one. Oh, there you can see. There's a few paint mishaps there. There's 3 splotches. But overall, I think it's a really obscure species, and I really like that they opted to put this in there. So good job on you, Survive Limited. Got a very thresher shark-like tail. Looks very similar to the modern day goblin shark, and I believe it's in the same family. So yeah, very obscure one. Points to you, Survive Limited, for putting it in there. And last but not least, we have probably the most recognisable shark in here. This is Cretoxyrhina. Lived in the late Cretaceous alongside mosasaurs and Stephacanthus and all those guys. This most recognisable shark design, white underneath, very dark bluish grey on the top. Its mouth open, you can see all the different kinds of teeth because sharks can replace their teeth. Got dorsal fin, pectoral fins, pelvic fins, anal fin, I can't remember what this one's called, tail fin. Really nicely sculpted. It's got its mouth open, so if you wanted to attack another thing, this goes really well with your mosasaur figures. And yeah, there's a few paint mishaps there. You see some white splotches on top. But overall, very nice figure. So yeah, that's the review of the Prehistoric Sharks Toob, guys. These are really small models, and they have been retired. And so if you want some obscure shark species, I recommend you pick these up while you can, because they are not going to last long. I got mine from everythingdinosaur.com, and yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a fun Shark Week. Bye bye.